File systems. So what is a file system? A file system can be free-form, indexed, or structured collection of related bytes and having meaning only to the one who created it. We can just say that entry in a file is the entry in the directory is the file. So file may have various attributes like what is the name of the file, who is the creator, date created, type of the file, permissions, etc. So the structure of the file can be of various type. Simple record structure, complex structure, no definite structure. Simple record structure means lines with fixed or variable length. The complex structure means line with the formatted document or reloadable load files. And they can also have no definite structure like just sequence of words and bytes. What are the attributes or property of a file? As we just suggested, there are various attributes of a file. Name, it is the only information which is human readable, the name of the file. The identifier, the file is identified by a unique tag or a number within the file system. The type, it is needed for systems that support different type of file. The location, where is the file located, that is pointer to the file location or device. Size, the current size of the file. And the protection, that is reading, writing and executing all these controls and assignments of power of these three. Time, date and user identification. So this is the information about the protection, security and usage monitoring. File access methods. So the way that files are accessed and read into memory is determined by the access method. And usually what happens, a single method or single access method is supported by systems, while there are operating systems that support multiple access methods also. So what is the sequential access? The data, this is sequential. Data will be accessed one after the other. This is data accessing one after the other. The read document cause a pointer to be moved ahead by one. And write command allocate space for the record and move the pointer to new end of file. Such a method is reasonable for devices like tape drives. Direct access. So this is useful for disk. The file is used as a number of blocks or records. If this is a file, number of blocks or records are there. So these can be directly accessed. Anything can be directly accessed. So the file is viewed as a number of sequence or block or records. So there are no restrictions on which blocks are written or read. So it can be done in any order. So users now you say read and rather than read next, as we saw in the sequential one. N is the number relative to the beginning of the file. That is, from the beginning, N is the relative one and not relative to the absolute physical disk location. Then we also have index sequential access. So it is built on the top of the first one, which is sequential access. That is why we have indexed sequential access. So it uses an index to control the pointer while accessing the files. So what is a directory? The files we have just seen. So the information of these files is maintained in directories. So a directory can contain multiple files, any number of files, and in the directory can have multiple directories inside it also. So the Windows, or if you see Windows, we also call these directories as folders. So we have the information of directory also which is being maintained. That is the name which is visible to the user, the type of the file, the location where it is, where the file header is located, the size, that is the number of bytes, words, blocks in the file, then the position, current, next, read, next, write, these pointers. Protection means read, write, execute, delete, all these access control, whosoever is provided whatsoever. Usage is time of creation, access and modification type. And mounting. So when the root of one file system is grafted into the existing tree of another file system, this is called the mounting. So this is the file and directory. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.